So when you're advertising for a new product or service, if it's in a new ad group or not, what you want to do is one, add some preemptive negative keywords. So you're predicting irrelevant search terms and adding them as a negative before you even start to spend any money. So that's going to save you a lot of money. Remembering, by the way, that a lot of search terms won't appear for a while. They'll sort of be in the background because Google hide them from you. And what you can also do is use the same rule, the same logic, to continue adding negative keywords as the search terms appear. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that in this video. So open up autoneg.shabba.io. I'll assume that you've sort of got set up, and when you initially get set up, it's going to show you this script, and it's going to include your spreadsheet URL. So I'm going to copy that, and that's pasted in, and it's ready to go. Then the source of your sort of preemptive negative keywords is going to be the keyword planner. So open up your keyword planner, pop in your keyword or a few keywords. You can also use your landing page URL, and it's going to give you a list. Then what you want to do is download these into a Google Sheet or a CSV if you prefer, and that's what I've got here. So then grab, just for now, just do a few examples, and then open up this tool, and then click the plus to create a new rule, and then I'm going to go straight down to positive keywords because this is the functionality we're going to focus on. I'm just going to save it for now because that will allow me to save these, because these are sort of saved to the rule. So these are our examples, and what we want to see is this little blocked icon next to anything that's irrelevant. Now, the problem with these is they all look pretty good. So you're going to want to add some irrelevant terms and Google Ads scripts and Goggle Ads scripts. So you want to add irrelevant terms, but also some misspellings that you want to keep in. So you want to make sure you're not accidentally negating anything that you actually want to keep. So in terms of our positive keyword, it's kind of like a phrase match in that what it's saying is this needs to be included in the search term. And by a prox match, it means that 80% of the letters in the search term need to match 80% of our positive keyword. You can also do exact match, where it's just like a normal contains, but usually you want to do an approx match. Have a play around with it. So as you can see, it's getting rid of Bing ad scripts, which is what we want. It's keeping these, which is what we want. But it's actually negating this Google Ads automation scripts, which we probably want to keep that. So what I'll do instead is I'll just say it needs to include the word Google. So now it might be a bit too loose because it might just be Google Ads, That's no good. So then we'll say and approx match scripts. So now Google Ads is gone, the Bing stuff's gone. This is now being excluded, and it's because there isn't an 80% match between scripts and scripts. So if you just bring this down, this percentage, eventually it'll match it. So that's about 55% of scripts. So now it's going to be allowed through. Just bear in mind with that percentage that it might also allow through similar sounding but completely different words. But then again, obviously it depends on your budget. As a really general rule, I would keep things pretty loose. It's usually worse to sort of accidentally negate good search terms than it is to let things through. And obviously you can review the search terms as well. So anyway, we've got our rule. Now what I'm going to do, now that I've created the rule and I've sort of added my own examples and I'm happy this works, you'll spend a little bit more time on this hopefully. I'm going to grab all of these, and often there's like thousands. So if you were to initially add them, then it'll be a bit slow. So now add your potentially thousands and save it. And again, it's going to sort of calculate these. It's going to add the little block icon. Then you're going to go copy, and it's going to copy your blocked terms. So you're going to have a lot more than I do, but you're going to go into your ad group and go to negative keywords, and you're just going to paste these in. It's dead easy. Boom. So all of these are negative keywords. And you know what? That's probably fine. And that's probably fine. That's fine. A lot of these are fine. There you go. They're all good. So I'll save those. And then I've preemptively added some negative keywords. So that's kind of it. That's what I would do. And it's made your life hopefully a lot easier. But the good thing too is this rule now, and the point of this script, is it can also run on search terms as they appear. So what we're going to do, I'm going to just go to the top because we've got some things we need to change. I would give it a name. I would do it at ad group level because we want to add the negatives to the ad group. The look back window, I would do 0. So we're just going to say, I'm going to run this script hourly. And then what it's going to do then, it's just going to like, today, have any new impressions shown up for search terms that are irrelevant? Great, add them as a negative keyword. I'm going to take out anything that's been excluded already, because it's already been excluded, and anything that's been added as a keyword. If it's been added as a keyword, it's definitely fine. And then I'm going to target, you need to tell it which ad group you want to target. Now, both the ad group and the campaign are called Google Ad Scripts. So that's just going to target any ad group that contains Google Ad Scripts. I've only got one, but it could target multiple ad groups in theory if you've got multiple similar ad groups. Performance conditions, I'm not going to do any because I just want to target everything. We've already done this. And then the last thing is to auto-apply negative keywords and just save it. So I'm just going to preview this. And then I'll just explain that by default, when you tick this, it's going to add the negatives to the ad group because we're at ad group level from the basics bit here. But what you can also do is if you type in a negative list name, it will add the negatives to the list instead. So it's rare that you want to do that at ad group level, but you might want to do it at campaign level, for example. So that is hopefully cooked and it's previewed, and it should have added the search terms to this sheet, but it hasn't because there aren't any. And because this is brand new, of course. I forgot that for a second. So this is a brand new ad group, and if you got a new product or a new service, you're not going to have any search terms. But the point is, as those search terms appear, it's going to pick them up. So at the beginning, if you want, especially if you're not sure about your rule, instead of auto-applying, just click send email and save. And then go back into scripts. I've got this running hourly, which is what I would recommend. And then as soon as they appear, you're going to get an email. And by the way, you need to add your email address here, and you can add multiple if you like. So yeah, you'll get an email, and it's going to include this. So you might want to put, I don't know, irrelevant search terms like that. And then that will appear in the email subject line. So as soon as you get an irrelevant search term, you'll get an email. And then you can review them in whatever tab the rule is associated with. So it's rule number 1, it's tab number 1. And then, yeah, you can, once you get that email, you look at these and be like, you know what? This is a good rule. I'm happy with it. It's adding the right negative keywords. Auto apply. And then it's also going to add them as negative keywords too. So I'm going to leave this running because I'm happy with that. And I'm happy that I want to be really strict, and I'm happy to just add negative keywords. And personally, if there's a few in here, like that one, is probably fine. I'll just go in and remove them because I'm not made of bloody money. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully that was useful.